I've been wanting to make this video for quite a while. I guarantee you there is a lot of people, I don't even know what that is. I guarantee you there's a lot of people out there that have no clue whether or not they are in a narcissistic relationship. And what I mean by that is the other party tries to gaslight you. The other party tries to make you feel insane for how you're feeling. They try to tell you how you're feeling. They try to isolate you and control you. They try to make you feel like you have nothing but them. And yeah, I kind of wanted to touch base a little bit on that because I know personally for me, I had no clue whatsoever what it was. I had no clue what a narcissist was, what the traits were, what to look out for, vice versa, etc. But now that I've had a little bit of experience, it's definitely nice to have that knowledge and wisdom to give back to others. So yeah, I'm just gonna kind of go along with it. So I was with someone that was they're very nice and playful, funny in the beginning, and they'll act like they're all for it, they're all for everything, like blah 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 blah, everything's perfectly fine, dandy, whatever. So then, as time progresses, like they get lazy, they don't want you to do like they want to how they control you is they don't want you to do certain things that they just don't want you to do. Like they want to control you kind of like a little puppet almost. And in that time you don't realize what's happening because they're trying to isolate you and make you feel like you are nothing without them, and like you can't get out of that hole. They make you feel like no one else is going to love you the same way they loved you, and no one else is going to, and it's like, screw that. Why does it matter? If I would prefer to be alone and be happy with myself, because that is the number one rule when you're in a relationship, is to isolate yourself and to be be alone. Learn how to love yourself, do little things for yourself that makes you feel good, like I used to be so insecure of going to the gym, and now I'm perfectly fine to go to the gym by myself. Like I don't even need to have my gym buddies go with me. Like it doesn't even matter at this point. Like I feel so much more comfortable in my own skin knowing I can make my own decisions now, and that I have my own back. I don't need you. It's not an I need you, you need me thing. Like if it's that way, that person needs to learn how to love themselves. That person needs to learn how to live life without being attached to somebody to their hip, and expecting them to basically be the exact same way as you. Because I'll tell you what, honey, if you're in a relationship and that person expects you to be the exact same way as them, it ain't ever gonna work, and it's gonna be so horrible of a relationship. I'll tell you that. But yeah, and also they're very vengeful people. They like to get back at you a lot, especially when you're trying to break up with them. It's it's kind of how should I put it? Just kind of dumb how they are, because they try to act like they have so much power, but then once you one up them, then it's like you kind of realize like they are like a little child. They are a literal child, and you just think like you're kind of mad at yourself a little bit. Like you're just mad for wasting that time, because time is all we have. I wasted 2 years of my life with that guy. Time is all we have. We are not guaranteed another day. Like, one of my old friends, like, sister, a person that was like a sister to her, just died in her sleep the other night, an aneurysm. And it's very common for that to happen. And it's just so insane to me how, people could deal with relationships like, narcissistic ones all of the time now. And I kind of wanted to make a video, touch base with everyone, even men that have dealt with it from women, because it's not, it's both parties. It's both parties. I can say that much. It's both parties. It's definitely not gender-based. Definitely not. And I know there's not truthfully, like, any type of correct way to act or anything like that, but, I've definitely learned something. It's be kind to one another. It's not hard to be nice. I get it. If you're having a bad day, that's fine, but don't take it out on somebody, because you never know what they're going through. They don't know what you're going through, but at the same time, maybe you could talk it out a little more neutrally, but, like, I personally, I go to church, but I don't shove my religion down others' throats by any means, though. And that, I feel like that's the most important thing. Mind you, I never really grew up going to church, so it's not like I'm over here like, well, yeah, I've been a Christian for like years, and like, my parents are very strict and da-da-da, like, no. But I will say, like, this generation now, we are against one another. We definitely think everyone's out to get us, but the reality of the matter is we need one another. We need to help each other. There's times where the other is down and they need help, but if you help them, maybe they'll be able to help you while you're down. And I feel like we're not understanding that concept nowadays, and this is kind of like my first, I don't know, like, just kind of like story time, talk, whatever. But I feel like it's kind of like therapy for all of us. I'm not sure if my comments are turned off or not, but if I'm able to see your guys' comments, I will most definitely respond to them. I've been reading this book recently as well. It's by Jay Shetty. It's called 8 Rules of Love, and the very first chapter is let yourself be alone. Like I was saying, not many people really know themselves when they get into a relationship by any means. I made that mistake. I got into relationships too early, too young. But honestly, it's a good and a bad thing. You kind of got to weigh it out, and you got to look at the good in every negative, which is hard to do, but once you do it, you feel a lot better, basically. But if you don't learn what you value, what you respect, what you want, what, you see out of your future, what you want your lifestyle to be, all that good stuff, then you don't know how to truthfully put your feelings and emotions alongside another being. Like, let's say if you live with one another, like, you're not gonna know how to deal with breaking down if you don't know how to communicate that, and it's kind of like that. But also a really good one was define love before you think it, feel it, or say it. And a lot of times I feel like there's a lot of lust going on nowadays, and I really feel like there's a lot of lust going on, and people really think they're in love, but they're really not in love by any means. Just like that song Lust by Little Skies. I hope people know, like, relationships shouldn't be fully based on sex. Yeah, sex is, like, in my opinion, it's like a way to, like, make love. It's the closest possible way you could be as close as humanly possible to them. But you should love that person for who they are, for what they love, for their hobbies, what they like to do, you know, how they are to other people, how they are to children, if you want children. It shouldn't be about how much money they have. It shouldn't be about if they're hot. It shouldn't be about anything, you know. If you want that, because me personally, I did not come from that happy, you know, family. And it's like, if you want a happy family, it's very important for you to choose the right partner. And you know, you really have to work on yourself first, and that way, no matter what happens, no matter what happens between you and that person, you know you got your own back. I used to let people walk all over me all of the time. I was like a human floor mat. But now I don't give no F's. Because life is too short. Like I said, you don't know if you're gonna wake up every day. You don't know that. And there's no point for you to be a rude biatch, basically. But yeah, I made it out alive through a narcissistic relationship. If you ever want to know more, just let me know. But I don't know personally why I like to talk about relationships so much, but I feel as if it's because, you know, life is a game, love is a prize. So it's definitely nice to, you know, be with somebody and to feel wanted by someone and to know that you have someone to talk to. But if you have someone that doesn't communicate with you and is very passive aggressive and very abusive and just aggressive and just everything like that, it just knocks your energy off course, and it's very hard for you to focus on yourself because you're always in fight or flight mode. But once you're finally out of fight or flight mode and you have that, you know, you have those clouds come off your head, you're like, wow. And you start really noticing, like, wow, I should have left a long time ago. Like, why didn't I do that? And you kind of just, like, kind of beat yourself up a little bit for a little while, honestly. But then after so long, you use that as motivation, which that's what I did with the gym. And you know, you strive to do better every day, and that's all you can do. But one last thing about narcissists is they play victim a lot. They don't ever want to tell the truth. They lie a lot, you know, about the small things, and you know what they say, like, if you lie about the little things, you're obviously gonna lie about the big stuff. So yeah, there's kind of one of the last ones. But yeah, if there's any other topics you'd like me to talk about, by all means. But peace out.